morning, folks. Thought I'd take you for a ride today. Going into town. Got a few things to pick up and do. Bit of a shopping list in my mind. If you saw my previous video, I made a desk/table. I'll be moving that into the house with the computer and whatnot, and what that means is I actually need another workbench out in the garage. So I'm gonna go and pick up another panel which we'll use for the top of the workbench, and we'll just replicate one of the other benches that I already have there. I'll just sort of copy it, since I'm happy with the other one there. The camera today, I hope you don't see the bonnet of the car. I'm still trying to improve the sound situation. I've given up on the sound for now. I just thought I'd talk a little bit louder, rather not do that, but So we've just passed through Horotiu. Can get a bit smelly just behind us back there. There's a meat works there. Yeah, not nice sometimes. One of the expressways there just to the left, heading to Auckland. That's our largest city in the country. We're about 115 kilometres from there. This corner, this entrance to the roundabout, that particular one, always crashes there. I don't know if anyone noticed, but there was like a flower or bouquet or something stuck on the side there. Yeah, somebody's died there. I've actually witnessed a crash there myself, and one time, and I've seen the after effects of many there. So I'm always cautious when I go through there. This was the main route from the north end of the country coming into the Hamilton city. This was the main road. It's now become somewhat secondary since I've opened up 2 expressways in recent years, and one of them has just opened not even 2 months ago. So as a result, the traffic has died somewhat. I got a bit of a rattle in this door. Bit of a story behind that. I locked the keys in the car and called my insurance company, which then put me on to the call out plans that I had subscribed to, and a guy came out wasn't going to do anything until they signed papers saying that if he breaks something or this and that, too bad, basically. So what he did was he sort of pried the window back from the window frame and stuck an inflatable balloon in there and pumped it up. And the thing that annoyed me was after he pumped up this balloon-like thing and which pushed the glass out, he then poked in a sort of a bendy stick, which, was probably only about 12 millimeters in diameter, but yet he opened the window. You could put your whole fist through that gap, and ever since then, this particular door has had a bit of a rattle, and it sort of comes and goes. And even more annoying, he was not able to open the door and retrieve my keys, and left. I then had to call another company who was able to open it. A different technique. So I thought I would bring you guys along, especially my international viewers. It's not a particularly bright day today. Just to the left of me here, NPD. I don't know what that stands for, to be honest. I just filled this car up last night, Mini Cooper Clubman, 2008. What was that? $93 something. If you think that's expensive, anywhere else for this particular car is going to be at least $15 more, which is why I go there. That same place I have actually managed to squeeze in over $100. So we're going to Bunnings. Bunnings is we got emergency services somewhere. You can hear it, but I can't hear it. Bunnings is, if you're from the United States, it's something like Home Depot. In fact, I'm almost certain that they have copied many aspects of Home Depot. They have a person standing at the door pretty much. Not the same person, obviously, but all day there's someone standing there. And they've been doing that in this country at Bunnings, probably before any other stores in the country. It's becoming more common now for security reasons. But I can tell you it's the only store in the city, if not the country, where they will often ask for your receipt before they let you out the door. You want to look at that, compare it to your goods in your trolley or whatever. That's not unusual, but they are the only ones that seem to want to stamp the invoice. Seems trivial, I know, but I remember the days when none of that happened. Now you've got to walk out of the store. You can't put the wallet in your bag or your wallet because a few steps away you're going to have to pull it all out again. I think there's 2 Bunnings. There's 2 that I can think of in this city. I'd actually rather go to one of the other stores called Mitre, but for this particular panel, I've purchased this a couple of times in the past and it's fine, and I know where to go. I know exactly the size and whatnot. I can be in and out of there in a very short time. For my Kiwi viewers, this is Te Rapa Street. If you're a Hamiltonian, you already know that. But what you might not know is it's not supposed to be Te Rapa. Te Rapa is up by the hospital around was it Hammond Road or Street in Valley Terrace, that area? That is supposed to be Te Rapa. This, I believe, should have been called Mangahara Keke or something like that. Anyway, apparently there was some mix-up in the interpretation of the map back in the day, and they read the map wrong and called this Te Rapa. So if anyone doubts what I'm saying, go to Valley Terrace, have a look around, turn to the left, it's a dead end there. There's a plaque on the ground there that explains everything. Well, it doesn't explain everything, it'll just show there's it's called Te Rapa or something like that. Here's Bunnings here on the left. Love to take the camera in there, but you know, I'm just, I don't know, I like to be a little bit discreet, you know. There's an unusual amount of traffic here today, and I suspect the whole darn city's going to be like this. Now that I see it, I realise it's Father's Day, I think. Is it tomorrow? I don't know. That's what we're after there. 1,800 by 600. Minus the bird shit, of course. Let's load up one of those. So that's Bunnings, folks. I don't know what this vehicle's waiting for. Come on, move it. customer. Yeah, none of that was there prior to COVID, click and collect parking, but there's a lot of places doing that now, and I'll probably continue doing that. So now we're off to Mitre 10. I suppose it's the competition to Bunnings. I prefer Mitre 10 over Bunnings, to be honest. Not through lack of products and stuff, but just the way they do things are a bit, well, I won't say better, they just suit me. So Mitre 10, we're going to get, I've got a belt for my sander, electric sander. We'll get one, maybe two belts. And we'll get a screw, wing nuts, washers for the camera mount. I bought this suction cup / camera mount thingy for the window of the car. What's the brand? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I can see it in my mind, something like Pigeon or something like that brand. It's okay, except I don't like those quick release levers. I mean, I like the idea, but just the way it's implemented on this hasn't been very good in my experience. And the fact that they provide two of these quick release levers in the actual packaging tells me that they sort of half expect that one of them to wear out at some point. So I've given that the heave-ho, and we're going to replace it with a trusty old screw, wing nut, washer, that sort of thing. So what's happened in the past is I've attached it to the window and hit record, and as I've gone along, it's not until I get home and load it into the computer I then realise the camera is fallen down low in its position and screwed everything up. So we'll get that. Maybe some nails. I won't get too many nails because to be honest, I didn't check what I already have. So Mitre 10 is it's hard for me to say, but it's on the territory or near what was the territory of the New Zealand, one of the New Zealand Air Force bases. No planes took off from this location back in the day, but it was more of a parts warehouse for aircraft and training and whatnot. I came here in the mid-80s living here, and it was actually operational back then. So that's where Mitre 10 is located. Today they call the complex the base, which is actually what it was called when it was a military base. So what I'm trying to to say is Mitre 10 may actually be not quite on the in the location of it, but close enough. Anyway, so yeah, the base is was on the left here. When it was a military base, it's still the base, but shopping complex. And let's take you for a ride through the car parks, underground car park. So right where I'm about to enter was some large warehouses. The entrance had, I believe it was a vampire jet craft on the real thing, but obviously not worthy of flying, mounted on the display post or whatever you call it. So right now we're under, what is it called, Te Awa, Māori for the river, shopping mall. Again, it was a military base. And as the complex started to close, just right ahead of you, a little bit to the left probably, I used to come here back in the day to play squash with a friend. If I remember right, there was a swimming pool complex there. This was all military owned, of course, but as it was closing down, they sort of opened some of these facilities to the public until it closed for good. So it's Mitre 10 there up ahead to the left. Now I don't know if I'm going to get my facts straight here, but I believe that all this land was Tainui land, something like that. And once the Air Force Base closed down, the government handed it back to the Tainui people. And yeah, this is what they've done with it all. It's not normally this much traffic or cars in the parking lot. Wife always hassled me because I always park so far away from everything. There's a good reason for that. First of all, it's not hard to walk from here to there. Good exercise. Easier to get in and out of your car when you're not squashed in with other cars around you, and less chance that people are going to ding your car. So anyway, here we are. I'll be back again shortly. So that was Mitre 10. Got the screws for the camera mount. not quite what I wanted, but they will do. I would normally go for stainless when it comes to screws and nuts and things, but the selection of stainless was very, very slim, so I've gone for zinc coated. It's crackerjack to my right. If you're looking for some good cheap jeans, go over there. Just over there on the right is there's a walkway. I believe it goes over a train track. It's not actually been there that long. Oh, it's packed here today. Parking's gonna be crap. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot home and get rid of this plank of wood beside me. It's blocking my vision, it's just getting in the way. So let's do that. Probably come back here later anyway. When the city's like this, I'd rather not come, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what to make of Father's Day and Mother's Day and all that. I suppose you've got to be a father or a mother, or you've got to have had a father or a mother to understand it all, but it just doesn't register for me. More hardware stores. There's one there on my right called Carter's. I don't go there a lot, and there's one there, Placemakers, just to the left. I used to go there all the time, but yeah, I don't know why. I probably should go there. is about as far as I can go tonight. I've run out of the material for the legs. And put some bracing right around the bottom. So I'll have to do a bit of a tally up on what I need. We'll check the nail situation, screws. We'll head into town and we'll try and get what we need and finish it off. Yeah, looking good. So that's 2 legs attached. We don't have to be too fussy about squaring those, because once we brace everything around the outside about that level, at that point we can then square things up and lock things in. I'll drive some nails from the underside that way as well. Nailing it like that at this point is just easier due to vibration when you're hammering and whatnot. So let me just spin that around and I'll do the other side. It's good. Here's our original here. It's good. I could do this standing up, it's probably better. Okay, just going to get the height off the template table. 285, so let's come up 285. Better check the time. I'm going to have to move quickly on this. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. What's up? family. If you one day discover me on YouTube, this level belongs to he came to New Zealand, tools on hand, and renovated his bedroom at our family homestead, and when he departed the country, he basically wanted to offload a bit of tools, so he's just travelling a bit lighter, and yeah, he gave me this and I've been using it ever since. Unfortunately, that was the last time I saw my uncle, and I'm not going to say his name on here, but you know who I'm talking about. We just want to get the bones together. I can always buy more nails and go to town on the nails later on. So that should be level. Let's put one at this end. So I'm just going to leave this overhanging a bit, so that we can hang stuff over it, extension leads, earmuffs, that sort of thing. I'd like to go further, but it's going to fill up with a roller door, so I'll just keep it short and I'll keep that end long. So well, there you have it. That'll do for now. If you saw my previous video, you saw I built a table / desk, and that was here. That's now been moved inside. It's now become a computer workstation. That was all part of the plan, and I need a workbench here because I will be gearing into this car sometime soon, so that'll be my workbench for that, plus other things. You know, I can't remember the channel. I'm not even sure what country it's in. Maybe Vietnam, or yeah, I'm not sure. These really cool dudes there building the likes of Pagani cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Of course, they're not the real deal, but hats off to them is all I can say. But my point is, I watch those guys, and yeah, they do everything on the floor. Clearly, if they can build a car, they can build a workbench. But no, they just seem to prefer working on the floor, and that in itself is a bit of a task for me anyway. A bit hard on the old bones and whatnot, but I guess, you know, the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. Yeah, hats off to those guys. I'm quite happy with this. I've probably already said we'll put some lights up there. There's actually a big massive light behind this door, which gets covered up when the door's open. When it's not raining, I actually like to work here with the door open. So I'm glad I've got this far, because again, we're running out of daylight. I don't like to annoy the neighbours. I've got a plank of wood there. So this is ply. What I'm going to do is cut this on 300, I think. Come down 300, cut that, and then I'm going to mount it behind there, like so. That'll be behind there. To bring it just under here, I guess, so we're not colliding with the PowerPoint there. And I'll be using this to hang tools. What do they call that? Pegboards. Yes, I'll be hanging tools there. I'll probably put a strip across here. Maybe that thick, maybe that wide across there, or put a series of holes across there and put that on the top. And then I can just drop screwdrivers and things along there. Would be nice if this was the same length as the cable, but while I could have purchased a piece of ply that would do that, you know, it was a lot more money, and you know, I thought I'd just take a loss and use this. I actually need another piece for another bit, which is why I've gone with this, and I'm going to cut that. So that's the plan there. Tool rack. I'll probably put another piece of wood under that going to the floor, because I have very heavy rolls of wire there that sometimes I like to sit in there, put a metal bar through the centre of the roll so I can spin around and whatnot. Yeah, real heavy, so I'll put a piece under there so that can help take the weight. It's close to here, so it's going to be fine. It's probably fine like that. No harm in over-engineering things. Yeah, real happy with that. I think I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.